Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Bree checking in.
What's up, y'all? It's T.
So, you got Bree and T
on the beat. Yes, we done made it to another week, honey.
We have.
Yeah, unfortunately, this week has been very heavy.
It has.
Very sad. As you all know, it's like usually we have so many hot topics, and of course we're gonna get to some of that, but we cannot get into that before we talk about Nipsey Hussle, because that's just been. Everybody's been feeling it, like, since he passed earlier this week. So yeah, we want to honor him today and talk about everything that happened. We already know, like, he had this untimely death. And it's just very sad.
It is very sad.
Very sad.
I mean, I think it's just to see somebody who's out in the community, who's really trying to do and be involved and basically make a change and just clean up the streets from where he grew up and where he sold his first record and where he, built his own black business. I think it's just sad to just see that the senseless violence.
Yeah.
So, and it's just like a lot of people were like we talked about earlier, you were saying that a lot of people were basically saying, like, it's us killing each other or something like that. And, as we discussed, we feel like it is more than that. You know?
Personally, like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories and just a lot of thoughts surrounding his death just because of all the things he was doing. Personally, like, I always say, like, I am kind of a skeptic, so I never fall into just the narrative of just what I hear. But we do know the man that killed him, Eric Holder, I think that's his name. He has been caught and everything. And even the people out there, like, his business partner was with him. They say it's over, like, jealousy and all of that. But to me, what is extremely sad about this case is that, like we talked about, Nipsey was in a place where, first of all, he had been doing this for so long, but he had just got to a place where he was really becoming mainstream. And even me personally, like, I like Nipsey, but I don't know all of his music. I respected him just based off of the stuff that I knew he was doing this documentary and just watching his interviews, because he was trying to, like, raise our level of awareness, like our consciousness. So and
he was just very knowledgeable,
very intellectual.
Like you said, I wasn't like no huge, oh my gosh, Nipsey, that's my, but I took it like that was my brother, that was my friend, when the death happened, because it's just like you see somebody out in the community who's really out here, who's talking about black ownership, enterprises, and growing your business, black, everything, black this, black that, and just, health, and just building up, and just, trying to keep our community clean, and just so many positive things that he was doing. I just felt like it was sad. Yeah. And it's crazy because he died doing something that he loved.
That is
that's
crazy.
Another thing. Like, you came, what has been said was he was at his store was because he was giving one of his friends or somebody that he knew that had just got out of jail, basically just getting them back on their feet, giving them clothes and, giving them some stuff so they can get, their fresh start. And you get somebody that's jealous, who you feel like, that's a snitch or whatever the case may be, and you come and you kill him because of the things that he's doing.
But because
you clearly feel some type of way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But was it really worth it? Like, was it worth it? And then not only that, I see a lot of stuff about the retaliation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you took one life and then people came back and took two of yours.
Yeah.
Like they killed.
Because y'all know, even if this man didn't get caught from the police, he was gonna get it in the streets.
No, for real.
Like, Nipsey was not just him. Like, he held his community on his back, a man of service. So it's like when it's just so sad, because it's like, okay, in hip-hop now, hip-hop has become very diverse and very open now. Like, we have a lot of different styles, but you don't have a lot of people who are really carrying on that true essence of hip-hop and truly, like, consciously speaking about, like we said, ownership, like preaching about it. So it's just sad. Like, it's like you took out one man, but that was a ripple effect.
Right.
Because we've seen it all across the country. I mean, every major city had a vigil for him. We had the vigil for him out here.
But that just goes to show how important and how much of an impact that he had.
Absolutely.
So one of our listeners or watchers just said he made a huge impact, and it's unfortunate that he won't know just how impactful he was. Honestly, I don't I don't believe that because I feel like he's looking down and he's knowing.
Yeah,
he knows that he did because everybody is speaking out.
Yeah,
like, there's so many people that's speaking out and that's gonna carry on his message.
Absolutely, and
so
that's what I love.
don't think that what he did is going unnoticed,
right,
at all, or is gonna get swept out to the side. Like, it's too many people that respect him.
It's too many.
So,
and even I will say, even when he was living, he had that respect. Like, you see, like the type of man he was. Like, we had a conversation about this earlier. A lot of people, they make it, they go out of the hood, and they don't never come back. He was in the hood, like where he grew up. Like, it's crazy that. It's just so ironic that he ultimately met his fate right there in Crenshaw. But it's like, this is where he grew up. You know, he was in the hood. Like, his store was right in the center of the hood. Like, all of that was intentional.
But, you know, he owned almost the whole strip.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like,
they was taking over the block.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and even like that, you know, like we said, like even with that, he had a target on his back. So, but it's just very sad. But I love what you said about how everybody's been sharing these stories and just because ultimately I think that we have to keep the legacy alive. We have to keep it going. So, it kind of sparked that for people. If you haven't listened to his music, go listen to his music. If you haven't seen his interviews, go listen to his interviews because the man was speaking facts and facts that are going to carry on beyond his death. So,
well, I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's very sad.
Yeah,
it's a very sensitive topic, and my prayers go out to his family and his kids because nobody deserves that.
Nobody deserves
and
that.
We're gonna make sure that his legacy lives on, especially up here. Like everybody is talking about it. He was a legacy in the hip hop culture, so he is gonna live on.
It's gonna live on.
He's like the Tupac of our generation.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
His message is gonna continue to be spread for the rest of our lives. So
yeah, it definitely is. We're gonna be talking about him for a long time. So don't think that it was in vain. Like ultimately, his death was unfortunate, but we're gonna continue his legacy in a positive way. So
right. All right, so we're going to move on to the Lil Nas X. I don't like saying that. I don't know why.
His
like,
name?
It's just Lil Nas X.
You
like,
know,
I played it back and I'm looking at myself, Lil Nas X. I'm like,
first of all, he was really smart for naming himself that.
Why?
Because it's like you think about Nas as one of the biggest names in hip hop.
Okay.
It just catches attention. And then his music is already like not what you'd expect.
It just weird when I say it. That's
okay.
all I'm saying.
You're just weird.
It's nothing wrong with the name. It's just how I said and no.
So, Lil Nas X. Go ahead and tell us.
Okay, so apparently this your little stuff, but the Lil Nas, because I was just like, I'm just not gonna say little stuff, but basically, we talked about him last week and him coming out with the song "Old Town Road" and how the country station they didn't want to
Billboard the charts.
They didn't want to put him on the country billboards. And now we got Billy Ray Cyrus, who is a country legend.
Yes,
icon. Who has just jumped on the song. So now we're trying to figure out, okay, so what are they going to do?
What you gonna do?
What they gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Okay, so if they decide to put him back on the charts or if they decide to keep him off, like what?
This is so funny to me, first of all, because they just put out the snippet and first of all, it bangs. Like it already sounds good.
I was over here.
We was like, yeah. So it's like, it's gonna be tricky because I think this is something that, first of all, you see it resonating in the hip hop community and in the country because you see people making videos all over the internet with it. But I think that they kind of got themselves into a sticky situation.
They did.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if they don't put him on there, then it's a little. No, if they put him on the chart, I'm gonna be like, okay, like what? What's the difference? Like,
why is it now?
Like, what made it a country song? Like now, I think they're just being biased.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really feel like they're being biased about the situation,
because first of all, he was already on the chart. So what would make him be on the chart? And then it's like, oh, you're getting some traction here. Oh, we got to take it off. I just think it's interesting because even for them, like when they took him off the chart, what their statement was, this doesn't fit into the genre of country. Well, apparently, the icon of the country, genre, Billy Ray Cyrus, disagrees. So I just think it's ironic that such a huge figure in their genre would hop on this.
I just feel like they're just going to get a lot of backlash. they do, even regardless if they put him on and if they take him off, it's gonna be an issue.
It's gonna
like,
be funny.
Either way it go, like it's gonna be a problem.
It is.
So,
it is. So I'm just interested to see how it shows up, how it's gonna happen. But I'm also interested to hear them drop the track because I think it's really gonna blow up. But I just think this is so funny, like, because think about it, guys. How often Billy Ray Cyrus is kind of chilling, like he didn't have to do this.
I don't feel like I've seen him on. I feel like it was a message.
Yeah, it was a message.
It has to be a message.
It was definitely a message.
I feel like the man really just came out of retirement.
And
he might be out here on tours every now and again, but I haven't heard him come up with any new songs in a long time. So.
And then if we think, let's be honest, if we think about his daughter, Miley Cyrus, she went through her little phase where she didn't know who she was, and she was all trying to be in the hip hop community. Y'all was allowing it then when she was trying to be a rapper and lost her damn mind. Y'all accepted her in the black community and in the hip hop community.
Listen, we accept everybody.
We do. So
okay,
exactly.
We don't discriminate over here.
Okay.
We accept everybody. We let everybody come and
we
join.
ain't intimidated. That's why, because we know we set the tone for the culture, baby. So we ain't intimidated. But I just think this is funny. I think they should go ahead, let them get on the country charts. Let it take over the chart.
And
it would
be nice. Hear my
nice.
mouth that they put him on
Yeah,
that
you're
chart.
gonna hear what if he was dominating the country and the hip hop charts like simultaneously?
Well, I guess we just gonna have to wait and see.
We're gonna have to wait and see.
So
we wanted to talk about
our next
the
topic, guys.
case with the bikers in Waco. Girl, you're so funny. I can't help it. You always makes me want to laugh. Okay, so there was this huge, like, if you guys remember a couple years ago in 2015, there was this huge breakout with let me just read it because I really don't know how to say their names, but it was these biker groups, the Banditos and the Cossacks. So for y'all who aren't familiar with these biker clubs, they're really big, like in that community, like how
basically like their own little clique, their own gang.
Yes.
And within themselves.
Yes. They're and they bout it. They bout that life. Let's just say that. And they have a lot of influence.
They're a little hostile.
Yeah.
I haven't been around.
Well, yeah,
seen a few of them.
They're about that life. And if y'all might be familiar with like the Hell's Angel, that's one of the huge biker clubs. But anyway, so these two huge biker clubs got together, and they got together in a Twin Peaks in Waco, and the goal was to come to like some sort of common ground so that they can like move forward politically and kind of use their influence for the greater good.
Right.
Well, somebody said something didn't like, you know what I mean, and it went left.
Pookie said something to Lil Ray,
yeah.
basically.
Well,
okay.
Tommy and Ricky.
Okay.
Lil Tommy said something to Ricky.
Okay.
And things didn't go right. So anyways, this ended up being a huge brawl, guys. Mind you, there was already like state troopers and police outside of the facility, like in case anything happened. So basically,
was out there already trying to regulate. The things that was going on.
Just to enforce like that. Like y'all know, police is here. They didn't care. They still started shooting inside of the Twin Peaks. As a result, 9 people died. Over 20 people were injured. And they arrested 177 of these bikers. So you can literally see all of their mugshots and everything. So down the road, where years later, they couldn't really come to a decision in the case, and so the DA's kind of like, oh well, we're just gonna drop the case.
I just think that's very, I'm trying to figure out the nice word to say. It's just
irresponsible. Maybe that's nice.
I wouldn't want to say irresponsible, like it's stupid.
Yeah.
Not like,
yeah. No, but really,
it's mean. Like, why would you drop the case? 9 people died.
9 people died.
9 people died, and 20 people got hurt.
Yeah.
Over 20-something people got hurt. So why? This is something that you should take serious. This is what we need to be taking serious.
Exactly. This is a result of privilege, because I want y'all to imagine this. If this was a room full of people of color and or let's say the Crips and the Bloods coming together to resolve some issues,
and then they got into it.
And they got into it. You're not going to tell me this would have ended the same
everybody
way.
would probably would have brought the armed forces out, FBI. They would have been shooting.
They would have had the tanks out.
Yeah, they would have been gassing people. Everybody would have got arrested. Like it. Murder here, murder there, everybody getting charged for it.
Everybody.
So,
and my thing is, what I'm thinking is some of these people had to be, they have we all know there's politics that goes into everything, and some of these people probably have connections in the police and judicial system and all of that. But to me, it's like when I want to read this quote that the district attorney said on why they wanted to drop it. Barry Johnson, the district attorney. So basically, he said, I believe that any effort to charge and prosecute these individual charges at this time would only result in further waste of time.
What's a waste of time, though? Like, people got murdered.
Hold on. Waste of time, effort, and resources of the McLennan, I guess that's how you say it, McLennan County judicial system, and to place a further unfair burden on the taxpayers of the county.
Well, my thing is that you think that this case is not important, but you guys think that the Jussie Smollett, like, not even to bring him up again, like, you made a valid point.
No, absolutely.
Like, to reopen his case.
And the president.
Nobody died in his case. People, 9, not just one person, not 2, but 9 people died in this case.
And not to mention 20 people injured. That's life altering.
And I just think that it's very, like you said, it really is irresponsible when you say that it's a burden, it's unfair and it's a burden, and you're wasting basically like the taxpayers' money. What about those people that you arrest that have a blunt in their car?
Yeah.
Or a little weed in the ashtray?
That's a waste of money.
Like, that's a waste of money. You're taking people to jail for all this extra stuff. You got people that's out here really killing people, and it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. Let's just let him go. And then to me, for him to make a statement like that is like, imagine these people's families who actually lost their family member reading that. It's like, this case has been going too long. Let's just drop it. Like, it's just disgraceful, especially like we talked about with the Jussie Smollett, and not to drag that on, but we have to think about stuff like that because honestly, a couple of things. If Jussie Smollett was not who he was, that case would not have gotten national attention. It's just because of his stature, because he's famous and all of that. And honestly, the joke was always on him. Like, so nobody got hurt.
Exactly.
But the president even chimed in, and the city of Chicago and their police force and their mayor, they're making it seem as if this huge disaster. Let me tell you, Chicago is one of the most dangerous cities in America and one of the worst cities when it comes to gang violence and gun violence and all of that. So if y'all want to focus on anything to reopen cases, I'm sure there's a lot of cases they can reopen just within the city regarding people who actually lost their lives.
Exactly.
So I just think this is pitiful.
Whoever did this, they need to be really reevaluated, because the fact that you think that it's a waste of time, it shows a lot about your character.
Yeah, it just
especially what about those people who lost their families, and the families lost their loved ones. So basically, you're gonna go to them and tell them that, oh, I'm sorry, we're dropping the case because it was a waste of time.
We've just put too much into this.
Yeah,
and we
like,
don't care.
Too much of the taxpayers' money. I'm sorry for your loss, but we're gonna move on. Is that what you're gonna tell these people?
I mean, that's what he said. Basically, in this quote, that's how I take that. I'm offended, and I didn't even have family in it. And not to mention, guys, this happened in Waco, Texas. So this is our state, like not even that far. So it's like, and imagine they're inside of a Twin Peaks. I mean, I'm sure some of the people that got injured were just working.
Yeah. I think it's really sad because I just feel like the system is just so screwed up.
Yeah.
And it's like you pick and choose what you feel like is important and what has value and what doesn't have
right.
Volume or whatever. So I just think that it's wrong.
Yeah.
And you take this case and you just push it off like, whatever, like we can get to something else. Like, this is important.
Mm-hmm.
So to see, would you know what to say that I'm surprised? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm really not. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at all of these mug shots of all of the guys that were a part of this little crew. And it's like, how many black people do I really see in this picture?
I see one.
Yeah,
and I don't even, he might just be a dark man.
I'm just sitting here and that's just me just looking like, okay, and that's reality.
That's
it's like
basically
I hate
showing us who's important and who's
like
not.
You hate to continue to bring up race, but race is really a factor when you think about this stuff. But, this is the world that we live in. Like, it's been going on for a long time, so it's nothing to be surprised about.
Yeah, it's not. But we just have to bring it to attention because it's like, they're showing us who, like what's important and what's not. Like you said, they're picky and choosy about what cases are important. So.
Right. So, anywho, we gotta move on to something a little bit more positive before we wrap this thing up. So we're gonna talk about Beyonce partnering with Adidas to design her new sneakers and clothes.
Yes, Beyonce.
Y'all know we love the Beehive. Tell us a little bit about Beyonce and this new little clothing line that she has going on, T.
Yes, so super excited. She's teamed up with Adidas. She's gonna be releasing like her own shoe line, and we all know she already has her clothing line, Ivy Park. But they're basically coming together to combine.
It's gonna collab.
To combine, and she's joining people who, like, iconic people. Of course, we know Kanye. He's he has his deal with Adidas and Pharrell. So you know, she's gonna be on that list. And Beyonce, she even said, like, okay, so she said, this is the partnership of a lifetime for me. So she even said, Adidas has had a tremendous success in pushing creative boundaries. We share a philosophy that puts creativity, growth, and social responsibility at the forefront of business. And I look forward to relaunching and expanding my Ivy Park on a truly global scale with a proven dynamic leader. So
I think that it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, Beyonce be out here doing it. She be moving inside. I bet you. Listen, this line is probably already dang near complete.
Yeah.
And she's just not letting us know. Next thing you know, it might drop on Monday or Tuesday.
Right. How she do.
Exactly. So you really never know with Beyonce. Like, she tell us at the last minute and then stuff just kind of happen.
Yeah.
I wonder if her and Kim are going to, you know, talk, since, you know, Kanye is gonna be there working stuff. I'm just curious.
No, she knows how I feel about Kim. That's why I'm doing the most. I'm really doing the most. But it's funny because she already knows how I be feeling like Kim. But, okay.
Yeah, she cannot stand Kim Kardashian. So I was just wondering, you know, if Kim was, maybe Kim and B gonna be friends or something.
I mean, I'm sure Kim. They
probably won't be friends, but they'll be the fr.
Have you ever
they'll
seen that?
They'll be the fr.
They'll get half like the fr.
They get the fr, not the ends though. They'll get the fr.
Well, we'll see. I think that, you know, Beyonce is very fabulous. So I think that and even her Ivy Park they call it athleisure. Like that's the thing now, you know. So it's like athletic wear, but like stylish, like athleisure, like because you know, nowadays we don't even have to be going to the gym. We just dress
Listen, I'm gonna throw on some leggings and some.
Look, we both good for that. Going to work
real quick, okay?
Look, we like the athleisure, so I'm looking forward to this.
I sure do. It's comfortable.
I'm looking forward, and then I just love Adidas too because they're very creative, but their shoes be so comfortable too. So I think this is really cool. And another really dope thing about this, she's gonna be I forget what the position is called, but she's actually, so she's gonna be a creative partner. So she's actually gonna have a designer role in Adidas. So, you know, she wasn't about to be doing nothing if she didn't have no part in it, honey. So this is really dope because she's actually going to have like a say-so in the designing aspect of Adidas. So it's powerful.
Well, it's interesting. I look forward to seeing what, you know, she has to offer, even though Ivy Park is a little expensive.
Yeah.
Ivy Park is a little expensive on the expensive side, but, you know, it is what it is, you know. Well, it's maybe Beyonce. I'm sure the Beehive bonded up.
Yeah,
everybody in the Beehive got Ivy Park. But let's talk about this picture though, real quick.
We got to talk about
this picture real quick, and we are gonna wrap this segment up, y'all. But we have to talk about this picture that T found.
Somebody was trying to sneak a selfie up in Beyonce's crib.
Y'all know Beyonce is super duper secretive.
Yeah.
So,
like, who would do that? First of all, like, if you have the honor,
I bet she know.
Yeah, she probably does know. But if you have the honor to be in this castle, be in, you know, in the place of this royalty, why would you disrespect them like that?
But how we don't know that, you know, she allowed somebody to post that picture?
Because I just don't think Beyonce's searching for clout. You think she intentionally let somebody leak that?
Do you really feel like it was leaked?
Yes, it was leaked because, first of all, Jason Lee...
And the way that it was said... Yes. The way that it was posted, it was like a little raggedy.
It was leaked, exactly. It was like you could see the flash. And Jason Lee, everybody with the Beehive was going after him because they were saying that you leaked that. It's funny to me that they were like not even talking about the picture itself. They were just mad that the picture got leaked. So they were going after like, Jason Lee thinking he did it. They don't even care about
the they don't care about the cuteness or anything. Why would you disrespect her privacy? Like, y'all act like they'll pray this girl girl family or
Yeah,
something.
it's
Like
real.
they know her
It gets-
personally.
It gets real.
Like they really act like they know this girl personally.
It gets
for real.
But Jason Lee did, like, he even had to say, like, look, I didn't leak it. I found it. He got it from somewhere else. So I definitely think it got leaked. But it's unfortunate, but I just think it's funny because, like you said, the Beehive, like,
they be acting a dang on fool.
and you notice Beyonce and Jay-Z don't ever say nothing.
Listen, they don't I don't think I have not ever seen her release a statement
About some drama.
anything. Like,
Yeah.
if it's not pertaining to her career, like, they're very, very private about their life.
Especially to be
Like,
so freaking famous. Like, yeah.
but when you got it like that, you can afford to pay for that.
That's true.
You catch everything before it go out.
That's true.
And the only thing that we really got was, back in the day when her sister Solange was whooping Jay-Z
Whooping that ass,
she
baby.
was whooping
And that
his
was only
butt.
because of the security footage.
Look.
Oh my God, that will always be a legendary
It
moment.
will always be a legendary moment. But you know what? I appreciated that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why I appreciate that, because it made me realize that they are human too.
Yeah.
We don't see the things. It's just like we see this perfect person that's out singing, dancing, doing her thing, but we never see. And it's like we don't want to see any problems in your marriage, but it's a relief when you see somebody like y'all have problems too. Like everybody.
Yeah.
It's like y'all have problems. It's like you. I don't know. It's like it's two sides.
Because we
it.
almost, like, people treat Beyonce and Jay-Z as if they're like godly figures.
Exactly. And that's where I'm going with it. So it's
Yeah,
just like
so-
when you see that and then you see another side of them, and it's just like they're human, just
still
like,
get
which
that
I
ass
know, but it's like you don't think
Yeah.
that Solange in the elevator whooping Jay-Z butt.
Well, they always say Solange was the feisty one.
Hello,
so
you
look,
can tell.
You can tell.
But you can tell she's the rebellious one.
She goes
Like,
to
for
the beat
sure,
of her
for sure.
own drum.
No,
so,
for sure.
So yeah, that was funny. But y'all better stop messing with Beyonce.
Hello, because the
Look.
Beehive gonna come after you. But we just want to say thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Bree and T on the Beat. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bree and T on the Beat, and we are out.
Bye, y'all.